Hey everyone, it is time for a residential market update. I'm excited to come to you as always and tell you what's going on in these shifting crazy markets in DFW. It seems like the years I've been doing this, there's been something dynamic going on in our markets and as far as giving these market updates. And so this one is nothing new. I have some news to bring you, nearly every month. The biggest thing is right now that our prices are finally steadily beginning to correct. In other words, prices year over year are starting to drop from the peak. So the peak of our price appreciation was June of last year. We saw 30% price appreciation. Well, this month, the latest news that's come in from a whole regional perspective of DFW is that the average sales price has fallen 5%. And so we're in corrective territory. And I'm sure if you're trying to sell a home right now, you are feeling that. Your home is probably sitting and you're not getting as much activity as you thought you would be getting. But again, the good news is that prices have appreciated so much over the past few years that your price appreciation just in the last couple of years on average is 40%, much less in some areas as high as 70, 80%. So, and depending on your type of home, those kinds of things. So we're still in a growing DFW real estate market. And I think that's the biggest thing I want to send home to everybody before I go into a detailed market update is that fundamentally, when you see price correction like what we're seeing now, 5% drop in prices, and we've seen it for a couple months this year, price appreciation dropping, you typically have a demand issue. And that's not the case right now. We have tons of demand. And so because we have the pendulum shift of everybody moving and wanting to be and work and play in DFW has not shifted. 120,000 people came here last year. We have just people coming here daily into the DFW Metroplex. So the demand for housing is still very strong. But the buyer has only so much bandwidth to pay a certain price, and with the increase in interest rates, and they're bouncing in the last few months anywhere from 6 to 7%, probably closer to 7% right now, you're pricing the buyer out of the market. So the buyer's just saying, no, I'm done, I'm out. I can't buy it at that price. And so that's why you're beginning to see prices adjust downward, is because sellers are like, well, I'm ready to make a move. That's fine. I got plenty of appreciation, and they're lowering their prices and selling their house. And so that's what you're seeing in general as a market overview. And so what is astonishing is the demand and how strong the demand is. I can't iterate that enough, is that the demand is so strong that when you do price your house, when you drop it that 5 to 10% below what last year was and just get in the corrective territory that we're in, it's multiple offers. So that's how I know. In our firm, we've seen it over and over and over again, not only in residential, commercial transactions as well. The demand is there. We're coaching sellers, and if you're a seller right now, I'm coaching you that if you want to sell your house, you can sell it. It's just a matter of saying, okay, maybe I'm not going to be able to take as much icing on the cake here as I hoped to, but you should be able to make that up on your purchase as well in your move. So that's a general market update, is that our market prices are finally correcting, and on top, which needed to happen, it needed to slow down. This is good for everybody. It makes a healthier market, and we need more supply, and demand is still there. We just have to have it priced right in order to move things. So let's break it down to a county by county basis and just look at what's going on. And here we go. So let's start with Rockwall, Kaufman, Hunt, and Collin County. So Rockwall County, prices were down. See, it fluctuates all over the Metroplex, the actual percentage. Remember, as DFW as a whole was only down 5%. Well, last month, prices were down 11.5% in Rockwall County. And that's a huge number. I mean, those are big numbers, but there's still tons of equity that is salvaged in your home. Because remember, that's off of a 30% increase June over last year, what it had increased in June of last year. That was the peak. So we're seeing prices moderate, down 9%, almost basically 10% in Kaufman County, up 7% in Hunt County. So Hunt County, look at the price point, it's lower. There's lots more value there and less inventory than Kaufman County, and so you're seeing price appreciation still in Hunt County because people are going to the value proposition. And Collin County down 4%. So that's your average sales price. And so now you, the consumer, beginning to say, oh, we're in a real estate recession correction. Yes, correction, yes. Recession, no. Real estate has been in a recession for the last year nearly, as far as the amount of business that is transacted, the amount of transactions, and you're fixing to see that. It's still going on. 60,000 agents have left the real estate business. That's how things have slowed down over the last year. And let's go to price per square foot. So this is basically the same measurement, a little different on the price per square foot. So it's pretty consistent here, down 4 to 6%. Rockwall County 4.8, Kaufman 4.4, and Collin 6.2%. This, and then up in Hunt County, as we saw on the average price. So days on market, homes are sitting longer, significantly longer. As you can see here, up 170, 187%, 20%, and 100%. So all the way across the board, homes are sitting longer on average, 40 days on the market versus days, right? Not too long ago, we were talking about days here. So that's why you're seeing such a big increase. Now, why do homes sit longer? Well, the reason why homes sit longer is because you have a buyer-seller spread. So the seller still thinks he can get that 30% price appreciation from last year or even more, right? And so he's here. And the buyer is here saying, I can't afford that anymore. And so that's called a buyer-seller spread. And so what happens is that's the standoff. So homes just sit longer. And so that's why homes are sitting longer. In every market, when that happens, there's only one correction that typically happens, and that is the seller will have to come down in price. That's what you're seeing on the average sales price, coming down as much as almost 12% in Rockwall County. And so, but that's what they had to come down to move the product, move the house. So let's keep going here. Month supply. So this is your inventory. And Rockwall County is 3.4 months. Kaufman County 3.6 months. Hunt County 3.8. And Collin County 2.1. So basically everything's around 3 months supply, except for Collin County. And 3 to 4 months, working its way to 4 months. So we're working our way to a balanced market here, actually. We're actually working our way towards a balanced market now. And so that's going to make it a better environment for selling your home and buying a home right now. That's the good thing about a balanced market versus seller's market. We've been in a seller's market for as long as I can remember, pretty much. So it's been since 2019 since we've seen this tick up this high as far as months inventory. So that's good news for the consumer. You can actually sell your home and have a place to buy. The chances of that are good and better than they have been for some time. Homes for sale. This is the amount of inventory. We're seeing homes tick up, the amount of inventory. I'm going to go to 5 years here on our chart because this is a real eye-opener. This is the culprit. We still do not have enough inventory because 70% of America has a 4% or less interest rate, and they're just not ready to give that up yet. And so homes are not being listed. People are just staying where they're at. And so while they're getting more and more, inventory is building, as we're seeing here. We're up 45% in Rockwall County, 14 Kaufman, 10 in Hunt, and 11 in Collin. You can still also see that you are in, this is going to be Collin County. This is a normal Collin County. These, you can't hardly see the others because they're squished, but let's just use this Collin County. This is more normal here during our times. There's July. You have many more homes on the market, almost double it looks like. So that's more of a normal market. We're still anemic in supply, and it's just people just are not putting their homes on the market. And again, this is all resale. I'm giving you a resale market update, not including new construction. The reason why is because I know I talk more to the consumer of a seller that has a home, and I want to talk to you and help you understand what the market looks like for you. New listings, this is the amount of new listings that have come in. You can see, it's down across the board. This is the issue. 70% of America has 4% or less on their mortgage rate. They're not moving, not yet. A lot of them have begun to. Everybody's getting used to the new. That's why we're beginning to see inventories build, but we're still down on the amount of new listings coming to the market. Pending sales are, here's the big just eye-opener to, we're still in a recession in real estate. And what I mean by that is transactions are down, the amount of business being transacted. And so what happens is that's why you have 60,000 agents leave the business. Title companies are folding up. Mortgage people are leaving the business because there's just not enough transactions to facilitate their income anymore. And so look at these numbers. So this is an indicator, leading indicator into July. So it's looking like what we're going to be dealing with closings in July, being down 26% in Rockwall County, down 23% in Kaufman County. Those are astounding just corrections in the market. Hunt County flat, and then Collin County down 21%. Hunt County is kind of an anomaly because they didn't have a whole lot of inventory to begin with, and they're building a lot of new houses, so it's really hard to measure that. That's why I like the more established counties to be able to kind of tell you exactly what the market is doing. Hunt County's feeling it the same way, just in a different way. But those are just astounding. 20+ percent numbers in all three of those counties shows you that we're still looking like July is going to be another month of closings in recession. And then here's the numbers down for closed sales in June year over year. 30% in Rockwall, 10% in Kaufman, 27% in Hunt, and almost 15% in Collin County. So that's the market update. If you're a real estate agent and you're watching this market update, you're hurting because of those numbers right there. And that's why so many people are leaving the business. But, it's all about educating you guys to help you understand all aspects of the business is what I really want to do with these market updates. Right now is a better time than a year ago to sell and buy. And it seems to be continuing to improve. I think we're going to continue to see price corrections in the next few months. Now, are they going to be as steep? I don't know, because our price 30% started dropping down to nearly half of that in July of last year. So it'll be interesting to see what the price correction. I think it'll stabilize. I think we're going to stay in corrective territory for a while as this market adjusts and everybody gets used to the new of higher interest rate environment. But it's going to be it's a better time now to sell and buy than it was a year ago. And so if you have any questions, here at M&D Real Estate, we would love to help you. We're a full-service firm doing residential transactions, property management, and commercial transactions, and we would love to serve you. Thank you for watching. Have a great day. Bye-bye.